In a country where elders say, when a man builds a house and sets it on fire, he should not complain about the cold. It is bewildering that what is troubling some state governors is not the hunger, is not the killings, it is not the banditry or joblessness tormenting their people. But Peter Obi, of all people, that is what they are all busy contending with at this time. And very strangely, for people like us to understand that with the myriads of these, challenges bedeviling their states, it is one man, yes, one man, Peter Obi, that is now their biggest headache. How did we get here, for God's sake? How did we get here? So, Peter Obi, a private citizen, a former governor, and presidential candidate, who simply paid a visit to Edo State and donated 15 million naira to a nursing school. How is this now a problem to a state governor, for God's sake? For God's sake, how is this a problem? How is this a problem? Because I sometimes, the first time I saw that video clip here, the governor of Edo State making that direct threat to Peter Obi not to come to Edo State. In fact, I felt so ashamed of myself, that I didn't really know. What to. In fact, even as I do this video, I still feel like maybe that video is not true, but that was really a live video out there. That singular act of kindness, of Peter Obi, who just donated that amount to that school, instead of being something that should be praised, has now become something that has, allegedly triggered an outrageous threat from the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, who reportedly declared that Obi's security can no longer be guaranteed in Edo State unless he seeks the governor's permission first. Imagine the audacity. Imagine the audacity. How did we get here, for God's sake? And yes, you heard me right. The same Edo State, where many villages have allegedly been overrun by killer herdsmen. The same state where many roads are now death traps. Forests are now criminal dens and haven for all manners of people. And touting is rising by the day. Somehow, with all this plethora of crises, challenges, what has gripped the attention of the governor most is not how to build schools, it's not how to build hospitals or equip local vigilantes, but Peter Obi. For God's sake, how did we get here? I ask again and again. It's no wonder that the Labour Party Senate caucus is also alarmed, like myself and several Nigerians and those from Edo State. In a joint statement signed by respected senators like Victor Omer, Irete Kenjibi, Eze Oke, and Tony Wonye, they reminded the governor that Section 41, subsection 1 of the Nigerian Constitution guarantees freedom of movement for all citizens. Yes, you heard me well. They condemned his alleged threat as not only unconstitutional, but a reckless show of executive arrogance, and I add, rascality. In their words, Peter Obi has done nothing wrong. He visited a school, made a donation, and left like the gentleman that he is. He did not campaign. He did not insult anyone. He did not disrupt public peace. So, what exactly is Governor Pebolo afraid of? He needs to tell us how this singular act of kindness, how did this now amount to the barrage of the torrents of threats that came from him? He needs to tell us. Now, let's not pretend this is isolated, because this is not the first time this is happening in Nigeria concerning the same Peter Obi. Not long ago, a similar drama played out in Benue State, where Peter Obi was practically warned, by the government, not to, when Peter Obi wanted to go to Benue to visit people that they buy their loved ones the last time. The governor was, in the news, to have come out publicly, so shamelessly, warning this man not to come. It's almost as if some of these governors have made Peter Obi their number one project, forgetting that their own states are slowly collapsing under the weight of insecurity and economic rot. In the case of Governor Okpebholo, Nigerians are still asking basic questions. Since he assumed office, what tangible development can Okpebholo point to? I'm asking, just one. What legacy project can he point to us? What policy shift? Instead, what many people remember are the gaps. There's many gaps. There are many of them. The awkward, misread speeches, the alleged educational controversies, the shaky legitimacy, surrounding his ascension to this position. Maybe he has forgotten, but a lot of people have not forgotten. Yes. Okay? A lot of people have not forgotten. And don't forget that perception is a big thing. And what is the perception out there? Well, I don't want to go into that, but you all already know the perception surrounding his ascension of that position today. And now this outburst against Peter Obi, how do you describe this, for God's sake? In a sane society where merit matters, will such a man even be entrusted with a local government position? Somebody who could talk like this? Somebody who could promote this amount of hatred? Because for me, I'm going to be very frank here. I don't care what you want to say, but for me, I see that remark as a complete hate speech. There's no any other way to describe that remark that man made publicly. And that's why I'm saying that in a normal society, a man who could talk like that cannot even emerge as a local government chairman. Yes, he will not, let alone be the governor of an entire state. Yes, because those statements, they smacks of, I mean, of someone who is not well cultured, or not someone who is completely intolerant, or just somebody who cave into a frustration, or I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. But instead of focusing on delivery and earning the trust of the people, the governor allegedly decided to flex unconstitutional muscles and threaten a man whose only crime is being admired by millions, including the Edo State people. In truth, this speaks more of fear than strength. Honestly, could it be that Peter Obi's overwhelming popularity in Edo State during the last election still stings them? Because don't forget that Peter Obi won that state squarely. After all, Peter Obi won Edo State, like I said, and came shockingly close to winning Benue State. I think the difference between Labour Party and the APC is APC now or PDP now. That is the top runner there was not more than 10 votes or whatever. I'm not too sure now. For those of you who know, please go to the comment section and let us know. But I know that it was so close. He was almost winning Benue State as well. Could it be jealousy? Could this be insecurity? Or perhaps a desperate attempt to appease certain political masters in Abuja? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's even ask, is Peter Obi's visit and donation not a plus to Edo State? Would not a wise governor proudly showcase such support from a national figure regardless of political leaning? Why turn a blessing into a battleground? Because this is exactly what the governor is doing. And I mean, something that should be commended and encouraged has suddenly been turned into a battlefield of some sort. Why insult the very people you govern? Many of whom voted for Peter Obi because they saw hope in him. Instead of studying the reasons behind Obi's acceptance and trying to offer better governance, some of these leaders are choosing the path of suppression, because that is what this is all about. But it is a foolish man that tries to dim another man's light instead of shining his own. Because if Peter Obi is being so loved by the people, yeah, he doesn't come from originally? Is it not better that you study the reasons behind this perceived love and try to either mimic or surpass what has made Obi to be that great, so that you too will be embraced? Is that not supposed to be the normal thing to do if all of us are normal in this country? Meanwhile, the reality in Edo State today are very, very brutal. Insecurity is eating deep, even as I do this video. An entire community was recently alleged to have been taken over by killer herdsmen with the help of rogue security personnel. Families are being displaced. Farmlands are being unsafe. Youths are, unemployed in their numbers, in thousands. Infrastructure is decaying all over Edo State. The state economy in total comatose. And what is the governor doing? Allegedly threatening Peter Obi. That is what he's doing. Even very dark man, that's Vidian, that you all know, did not spare him. He slammed the alleged statement as hate speech and publicly apologized to Peter Obi on behalf of Edo people, urging the governor to focus on delivering value instead of chasing shadows, because that was exactly what he was doing. Let's call it what it is. This is not governance. This is political pettiness and rascality, unbridled rascality. The implications of this kind of behavior are dangerous to our society. When governors begin to act as emperors who can decide who is safe in their states and who is not, then democracy is in serious trouble, I tell you. It opens the door for more anarchy, for jungle justice, and for tyranny wrapped in the cloak of authority. But there are lessons here, my people. You know, I like always giving lessons, right? In every situation, right? Okay. Here are the lessons, my people. Number one, no matter how much you try to attack Peter Obi, it only makes him more popular. Honestly, even those who never knew who Peter Obi was, just knowing the facts of this very hate, somebody came to your state, he went to a school in your state, donated 15 million naira, and left in peace, and you are demonizing such an act. You think you are undoing this man. Instead, what you are doing, you know, Nigerians, they don't like when people are victimized for nothing. Yes. What the governor has done, indirectly, in fact, not even indirectly, what he has done, the direct implication of what he has done is a lot of people are going to, they are going to be more empathetic towards Peter Obi. That is it. So, because this sort of thing requires extreme intelligence to know how to deal with them. The worst case scenario will have been for the governor just to keep quiet, just to ignore. It will have been better. Because what he has done now is to make Peter Obi even more popular within Edo State. Number two, the Nigerian people are watching. They are not as gullible as they used to be. Yes, so Nigeria of 2-3 years ago, our level of gullibility at that time is gradually reducing. It's getting thinner and thinner. This is what politicians don't understand. I wish they know. They don't understand. Number three, every governor, whether in Edo, Benue, or everywhere else, must remember that power is fleeting. The same people you threaten today are the ones who will decide your political fate tomorrow. Maybe this governor doesn't understand that yet. The man who digs a pit for his brother often falls into it first, in case he doesn't know. So, to Governor Okpebholo, it is not too late. Withdraw that alleged threat, apologize to Peter Obi, and to the people of Edo State, because the people of Edo State are not what you are trying to portray out there. Edo people are very accommodating people. They are very welcoming people. They are peaceful people. Yes. So face the job you were elected to do, Mr. Governor. The minimum expectation from a leader is decency, legality, and maturity. You cannot fix a state by fighting shadows. You fix a state by delivering results. We want to see the results and not petty chasing of shadows anymore. And to the Nigerian people, let's keep holding our leaders accountable. Because as the proverb says, when a drum beat changes, the dancer must adjust his steps. Yes, you heard me well. So I don't want to make this video too long. So at this point, I want to say, I want to just thank you for staying with us all the time. But then, my people, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and also subscribe. Okay? I will be right back for more. Till then, stay awake, stay aware. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll be right back. Bye bye.